Ozzy Osbourne. That's, you know what? That is completely my dude. He is. He has this on YouTube, this funny video of him at the dentist office or whatnot. Ozzy is so freaking funny. Even his smile is funny. That's a true statement. In fact, is. I gotta pause for 1 second. My volume's so loud I can hear almost down the street through the microphone. That's a joke, and yet it's not. It's play on words. Like, subscribe, ID in the Discovery channel. Yes, ID in the Discovery channel. The links are provided below. Get that Discovery Go app as well as that ID Go app. You might want to get those two and combine them together and make them into one. So yeah, Ozzy, the man himself. Dude is completely, I'm saying, he just, when he be up under, I was going to say up under the knife, but that's not right. Up under surveillance, the fame aspect of a Ozzy, when he loves to wild out. And yet his wife, that photo right there is funny as well. Sharon sometimes don't be on all that because she feels like, you know, with all this hand situation, the whole hand job, and yet not completely. Somewhat scientifically, right? He keeps going back and forth to the hospital over this whole hand infection thing, and then with the touring and all the rest with that, and spending money and all that just leads to chaos within the four walls of a home. It has to when you're married. Ozzy just seemed like he don't care. He like whatever. I'm wondering if at that age if I would even care. Because it's almost like life is almost half over anyway, right? To be Ozzy's age and just go out, on shopping sprees and be spending up money despite you not working or whatever is going on over there, right? So yeah, when it comes to the touring and all the rest, right? According to Sharon, she feels, Ozzy's passion has become nothing more but shopping for hours online, as well as binge watching TV sitcoms, the old school sitcoms, in which Ozzy loves and enjoys. That's what he loves to do. Like it's just free time 24 hours a day. And yet a woman being married will feel, well, you know, babe, there's in fact obligations. Because to not take care of those obligations is to get put out. Holla back on the skid row tip, right? But yeah, he seemed like he like whatever, right? Some people at that age get into that age and start really living. As in, realizing themselves and their own potential, where sometimes they do things too much and might in fact need to take a break or a rest, which could be why maybe all that is happening. You never know when certain things start breaking down, shutting down, and on lockout with stuff like that. A Ozzy with his hand and infections. You never know what the universe is gonna send your way to make you sit down, dear Sharon. But yeah, so Sharon's position is well known as a panelist on The Talk, the TV show The Talk over at ABC, right? She recently resigned as a judge on the UK TV show The X Factor. The show was banging. I'm saying it more likely still there. I don't really watch the competition shows all like that. I'm too much a investigation, Discovery wholeheartedly, as well as OWN network. I'm saying I stay and stick within the family. Even Janet Jackson with the family and all that. That's Discovery everything, and Janet Jackson everything is what I focus on, right? But you do got people out there that do get a lot wholeheartedly into competition shows like that. I can understand why. Much love to that. But yeah, so the X Factor. Sharon was known for poking fun at contestants. Kind of like Simon Cowell did on American Idol. Is Simon still on American Idol? I might in fact need to, outside of Discovery, watch TV a little bit more with that. Because to not know who is where and why is to say, well, so what, right? That's my mindset. But I in fact do love Simon Cowell. That's my dude. I love. So I could just imagine even with that, you acting like, well, not acting like, but got that swag, Sharon in the mouth, cause she's a little bit mildly feisty anyway. Yes, she does. Sharon is. Yes, she is, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her whole appeal was more lightweight, more than Simon's. Thrashing from the mouth. I was gonna say, and never mind. Let me not use that term. But yeah. So yeah, Sharon, when it comes to that and the brutally, yes, butchering the contestants, but not completely physically, just her in the mouth, aimed towards the contestants, right? Her feeling that they were, I won't say losers, but she should have just said that completely. When she told Howard Stern, yes, she did, that the contestants, in fact, yeah, that they were whack. A real mighty true statement. Some people can't take stuff like that. When you say, Will, such and such, can't sing, and they really are a loser. Not loser personally, but their vocal course on their end. Not even the vocal course itself, but just wanting to take it there to even try. Sometimes you might need to go do something else. Hang out and work on some other skills. I'm saying it's a best bet to tell those type of people, because for them to come across any type of industry executives is to say they're going to hear it anyway. So Sharon basically was doing what was right to begin with. Is that or is that not a true statement? Instead of lying to people saying, oh, well, you got big hopes and dreams and yet you can't sing and yet I'm not going to tell you. No, fuck that. Let them know. In a most harshest way, as in how a Hollywood executive is going to let them know. Anyway. So, yeah, it seems like Ozzy, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it could be the age, midlife crisis. That's up in age, right? Sharon feeling he no longer holds the love and passion for the rock and roll life in which he's used to being draped and cloaked in. That lifestyle. Because because the hand is really messing it up. He was supposed to, for a tour. The tour was supposed to be going on right now, October 2018. Right? And when I wrote this out was in fact days before his hand, completely took a turnabout with that. If that makes sense. As in it was expected for him to return with touring. And yet to say, well, everything has stopped is to say, well, now what happens? Is Sharon gonna in fact become a little bit more loose in the brain and more frisky over that as well? Now that his whole situation has taken a complete nosedive all over again, right? Some women can't handle that. They get the doing physical altercations. And yet Sharon doesn't seem like that type. These dates. So for the months of October, and yet there was only one date booked for 2019, which is why Sharon was going off and mad. Because before this second trip up of the hand in the hospital, the month of October was booked, and yet only one date in 2019. Only one date. I can see where that can cause some anger for a wife. So after Ozzy became ill with the hand infection, he had to cancel a show. That is when Sharon pushed Ozzy to return to work. You would have think she would have thought maybe he needed to rest, but maybe she understands she has to. His mindset more than anybody else within that home or even on the outside, that if Ozzy gets too lazy, he's possibly going to stop completely and quit. So why don't I just be Sharon, his wife, and shove him out the front door and make him work even an injury to prevent that? I don't know. Because too, with Ozzy, his mindset, whether he has been known to use drugs privately or anything like that, You don't never know why a wife would want a Ozzy to continue working despite injury. Because some people are slow to, some people are in fact in fame, and I said this how many times, prone to sink into a deep depression. Because to live that high status is to say how much more further to go, right? That could be why she was trying to push him out the door as well. Because to go into a deep, dark depression is to say, well, you're a rock star and even drugs can follow you in that. So let me just push you all the way despite your hand being damaged and needing to be healed and all that. Nobody knows. It's just a guess. Just to fill in the holes, I'm thinking a pothole with a situation like this. But yeah, he posted a photo. Now this was before this okay, so you had the first hospitalization and then for the hand infection, and then you had the second one, right? And so, which is going on right now, right? Which is leaving everything in devastation and strong about, right? But before the second hospitalization, he posted a photo on Instagram of himself in the hospital, letting all his fans know why his California show was in fact canceled. Of course, yeah. Ooh, my hand is itching. Me sit here talk about my deal like that. It's making my own hand itch. It's risky with infection is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, his hand in fact requires surgery, of course, right? To catch a staph infection? To catch any type of infection? Because to be out and about in public is to say you're going to touch something. And yet why? Or rub up against something is to say even that can be accidentally caught, whatever comes up. And yeah, that's tricky as well, being out. It's interesting when people be out on the road and sometimes even nasal throat infections and all that comes. Stuff that in fact messes with your bronchial cords. And did I say bronchial cords? The airways, not bronchial cords. What in the world? Airways and all that. Bronchial tubing. Whatever you like to slice and dice it with that, right? But the infections is, yeah. See, because myself personally, I don't really like to mess with infections like that. Neither would I want to being on tour and touring like that. Because you come in contact, that's not to say something's wrong with the fans. No, not even the public, no. But you do have individuals that don't wash their hands, or you do have individuals that are in fact infected with things and they don't know and they spread it, right? There's all type of stuff being airborne, even released in the air, and you don't know it's there till you drop sick or possibly drop dead. Who knows, right? Interesting. That just is, yeah. Because when I think back, I go back in time on like a Tony Braxton. Was that? No, I don't think that. No, that was a rock. That was another rock star. I don't know why I thought that way back in like 97, 98. It was a rock star. I can't even remember. They was in a group and they had got a bad infection of their, like bronchitis, but it was real bad. That's whack in itself. So every day Sharon stands in worry if their bank account, is going to hit the low of the low. As in a low blow with that. Possibly out of touch. I mean, she's going to have to foot the whole bill. And possibly the motel to fit it if funds start dropping and dipping with that. I can see why she worried. I can. But she's in fact worried about the bank account and it being spent all up. That video though, did I say that in one of my other videos? In one of my other videos of how Ozzy was he was in fact high as a kite. I did say that. Or did I? Yeah, I just said it in the beginning of this video. I'm sorry, but check that out. Look that up. Some Ozzy funny videos right here on YouTube when he went to go drink the water or whatever. It was like at the water fountain or whatnot. I think to rinse out his mouth. He had a cup and he was gonna, drink a little bit. And yet he ended up, pouring it on his head. That's how high he was. It just, I don't know. Dude is just completely animated. That's all I can say. It's so many words you can infect. I don't know. He's like, cause see, I got biracial cousins in my family, right? I got whites in my family too, married in and boyfriends and girlfriends, right? I consider them even without marriage. I consider them family. And yet you do have those type of people in the family, a Ozzy type, the strange weirdo type. He would be like, yeah, one of your best favorite uncles, whether black or white, Mexican, whatever else. I'm saying, cause the race aspect don't even matter. It's just the fact that he's a real smooth, cool dude. I'm saying, the honesty in that. I'd be like, dude, at the family reunion, come on, Ozzy, you and I get high. Let's smoke a blunt, and yet I don't even smoke. I just say it just to hear his reaction and see his expression. It's dope, I know. So, we're on Discovery. Yes, we are, in fact, on Investigation Discovery. .com to be specific. The logo, it in fact fits and stands up in the far left corner. What's happening right now, you want to know? Live now is in fact American Monster. So, streaming. True Nightmares, Tales of Evil. To start streaming is in fact click right here. It won't take you to that. Yeah, it will. It would in fact take you to that. I should have said that louder. My muffler is kind of on silence today. I don't know why that is. I think because I didn't eat enough today or something. I don't know. I've been wanting some stuff, some donuts that I've been trying to stay away from. I need to. Jenny Craig as well. I done ran her up out the room as well. Jenny Craig, that's my dude too. Recommended for you. Shouts out to Paula. Evil lives here. We got Lieutenant Joe Kenda, my dude. Homicide Hunter. Fatal Vows. American Monster. Yeah. And that right there, I just spoke about that up above, didn't I? Evil Twins. To point in any direction is to in fact gain a selection once you scroll over. Unlock episodes. To click right here is in fact, yes, meet a visual description in place of, yeah, being congested by it. Oh, that fits in with this too. Shouts out to Ozzy, the congestive aspect. You would in fact be led to a visual piece in place of description in written form is all I'm trying to say by clicking the play button. Click right here to add to watch later. Home Alone. What Lies Beneath. Season 1, Episode 5. American Monster once again. Fatal Vow. Season 6, Episode 8. Got all the goodies for you. Twisted. Season 7, Episode 3. I'm on a love potion and yet I ain't been drinking nothing. I'm just like smooth tonight. Which is how I should be all the time. What was I gonna say? I wasn't gonna say I'll be prone to bouts of depression. Not that. Because people be thinking, well, if you chill, maybe you feel down. Maybe you should be hyper all the time. That's not completely me. I try to have a mid balance. Like right through the sentence with that. Staying right centered. Not being too jumpy and bumpy, but yeah. And not being too cool. Just right in the center. Yeah. So to gain access to this is a click right here on the lock. The key to gain access. It's going to take you there once you provide your provider, right? There's a description right here. Add to watch later. To do that is to click the plus sign right here. It's all type of shows in which awaits you. Unlock series, same thing. Scroll through. Click either one that you want to see. Watch. Find. Hide. That rhyme. All that goes together. Same thing here. ID Original Go Series. Why did I say that like that? ID Original Go Series. ID Go Original Series. And I'm completely rewinding the tape on them as well. Because to say stuff in reverse is to say, what is going on tonight? I do feel tired, though. Schedule preview. American Monster. To watch live is a click right here, as I just said. Support to Save the Children's Hurricane Relief Efforts. You can donate right here. Yes, donate by clicking right there, too. I wonder what Bill Cosby is doing right now in his free time. Get it? He's in jail. That's so funny, yet it's not. Suge Knight as well. Who would have ever thought Suge Knight would in fact be serving 28 years? He just looks so completely, you can't even really see him, but he just looks completely boldly unhappy. That's to say what goes around. No. Twice. I was going to say, that's to say what goes around twice and twice again is to say you're going to serve over time, dear Suge. Because people still wonder the connection of anything with Tupac's death and Eazy-E as well. But to the individual he struck with that truck, sooner or later you can't get away with those sort of things. It's just a no-go. You got to, in fact, own up and face up with that. That's just so... Because I'm saying, when I said before in one of my videos I made of Suge Knight, every time it's an incident and somebody dies, he always goes untouched. Like, you can tell there's always more to even this story, the man, his own story. I wonder if he was ever abused as a child. Or maybe he just had full-blown anger tendencies or rage or something, but you never even know. The talk of the town will more than likely possibly be that he killed Tupac or something. That's what people probably, on the streets, because it has already began happening, right? But even more so because, there's just whispers in that. Something just don't seem right with that. So the kinky sex murder convictions. Do I need to go into detail? To go there is in fact click within right here. That's in reach for you, and it's going to take you to the crimefeed.com, to the other side. You're going to be directed to the outside once you click where I just told you. Click anywhere within here, and you're going to, in fact, go to that. In print form on the outside. And you can discover all type of things as well on crimefeed.com. Discovery's own nude... no, not nude. That's Janet Jackson. News feed. So, hidden crimes... No, hidden murders. What is going on? I should have I completely should have taken a nap when I thought about it 2 hours ago. Because not in any of my other videos have I messed up in the way that I'm doing right now. The signs are telling how slow and tired I am today. I should have did that. It helps to pay attention to intuition. Let me back on the drive with even that. It does. Because I was just like, man, why am I keep messing up and talking slow at that? So, Red Crimes, Hidden Murders. Download. Click right here. And you would, in fact, be able to download that sort of thing. To receive a newsletter to your email address, it is, in fact, type in your email address and click next. And it will be on its way. Hearty and full with that. I think that's all to be said for now. How do you feel about Ozzy? Do you even listen to Ozzy in music form? I myself don't even listen to Ozzy in music form. I go for more so personality with either one of these individuals when it comes to Starlight, Starbright, if that makes sense. Because a personality is a thing that runs the show. It does. Music as well. But I just like that sort of thing. So... I think that's all for now. I'm going to check you out a little bit later. Might in fact take a nap. Or I don't know. Might in fact stay up. But may you enjoy your night. It's in fact late, as in it's on the way. With that. And I'm gone.